like everything has to be the same. I got to eat dinner. I got to take a shower. I got to wash my armpits before anything else on my body. Like it's everything's to the T, and it's all going in a
Isn't that
flow.
just like general daily hygiene?
But yeah, but I mean, like,
The reason I had caught those fish is not because I was a great angler, but that year I had a pair of lucky underwear. And yes, Dave, this is that pair that I held up in 1997. I told you I had a surprise for you.
That's the actual underwear.
My ADHD goes nuts, and I kind of start looking around, and like I remember last year there was a piece of floating bark that came down, and I looked at that piece of bark, and I'm like, I need that piece of bark in my boat. So I grabbed it, put it in the boat, and now if I don't, like, my rule is if I don't have that piece of bark in the boat, I will zero. Period.
Just a random piece of bark for years and years. And I've always wondered, is Bill Dance a superstitious angler? Do you have certain things that you have to do before you fish?
I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if I've ever said this on the air, but with my right hand to heaven, I'm telling you the God's truth. I don't know if it's superstitious or not, but I would be driving my boat down a lake in a tournament, and I'd stop. And God is my witness when I say this. The good Lord above, I promise you, this is a God's truth. I had a superstition that I would get a feeling if I was going to win this tournament, or was I going to be in the top 10. And I would I'd say a prayer. And I'd ask the good Lord above, I said, am I going to win this tournament? And I would get a chill. I mean, down my arms, I promise you, I'd get just a sensation. And that right there, I'm going to win the tournament.